happy Wednesday. Welcome to Power for Parkinson's Voice Strength class. I'm your host, Rachel, and I'm very happy that you're here today. If you're new, let us know where you are or where you're from in the comments. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like it. Everybody scooting up to the front of your chair, rump on the bump, as they say. Sitting up nice and tall. You can close your eyes if you would like. Sometimes I like to do that just to get myself extra relaxed. Okay, we're going to inhale 3 times in through the nose and then go out through the mouth. Okay, here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do it one more time. This time I'm going to keep my eyes open. I want you to think about releasing those abdominals. We talked a little bit about that last time and maybe in some of the classes before that. All right, so here we go. Inhale, still inhaling in through the nose and then exhaling out through the mouth. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's try it one more time. And I want you to put your hands on your stomach. Maybe feel for those abs releasing if that helps you. Here we go. Still, it helps me to tense them up just before I go so you can really get that release. Okay. Here we go. Hands on the stomach, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. And we'll continue to work on that. So don't worry if you feel like, oh man, I just really can't master this breathing thing right now. We will keep working on it, and you're going to do great as we continue to work on it and get better and better and better each week. So great. All right, let's do some stretches. Everybody put your arms out, and then we're going to turn and twist to the side. You can put your hand, it doesn't matter which side you turn to, but you can put your hand that's on the side you're turning to on your hip, and then the other hand on your knee if that feels comfortable. Make sure you keep breathing. And don't try to do too much twisting if that's not comfortable for you. Sitting up nice and tall. All right, and then inhale. Then exhale, turn to the front again. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, and then exhale, twist. With every breath, we're going a little bit taller. Maybe you go deeper into the twist if that feels good. And exhale, turn back to the front. Very, very nice. Do some shoulder rolls. To the back. Maybe one more. Ooh, my shoulders are tense. That feels pretty good. All right, to the front. And putting your arms up to touch the sky. And reaching as high as you can. And letting go down. And give yourself a big hug. Pat yourself on the back. Thank you, self, for showing up today. You're awesome. All right. If you don't already, go ahead and grab a cup of water. Mine's kind of running low. I should have filled mine up. Oops. But I still have a little bit of water, so I'm going to make the most of it. Oh, Garden's going to fill it up for me. So take this opportunity to fill up your water bottle, people. Mine is like a great 30-ounce one, and I love it because I only have to like refill it once during the day, and then I can just get some of my other water elsewhere, like in a few other glasses, and it's great. You don't have to fill it up as often. Okay, while she's filling that up, let's get into our inflections. Then we'll do a little vocal warm-up and get into our songs. Thank you, Garden. Okay, and these are themed according to the songs that we're doing today. And of course, our theme, Spring into a New Routine. I was very creative this week. So if you've never done inflections before, what we're gonna do is emphasize. So how we do that is it's gonna sound a little bit higher pitched. So if you're saying a question, this works really well, which is also why I listed 2 questions here, because we have that natural inflection up, which notifies other people that we're communicating with that it's actually a question that we're asking, and not just a statement. So what you're gonna do is take each word and kind of inflect up, and that will help us emphasize each word in the sentence. It's gonna go like this. We're gonna emphasize will on this first question. We're gonna go, will you still love me tomorrow? And then, will you still love me tomorrow? And then so on and so on. Moving to the next word and the next word and the next word, okay? So let's try it out, and I will keep track of the words as we go along. Here we go, the first one. So this one is will. Will you still love me tomorrow? And then you. Will you still love me tomorrow? Still. Will you still love me tomorrow? Love. Will you still love me tomorrow? And then me. Will you still love me tomorrow? Tomorrow. Will you still love me tomorrow? So as you can tell, if you haven't done this before, that it really changes the meaning of the sentence, which is why it's important, you know, when we're communicating people that we have the proper inflections. Otherwise, it's like, huh, what are they saying? It changes the meaning completely. But also, as I mentioned before, this is great because we get to use a lot of our range when doing this exercise. And that's great, not only for people with Parkinson's, but anyone who sings, anyone who speaks for a living. It's great, and it helps you communicate better, and it really helps warm up the voice in a different way. So, all right, let's go to the next one. Here we go, so R is the first one. Are you ready for a brand new beat? You. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Ready. Are you ready for a brand new beat? 4. Are you ready for a brand new beat? This one's kind of awkward. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Brand. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Okay, new. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Beat. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Okay, woo, these are always fun. Yeah, and especially with the small article words, it's always kind of like weird and strange and kooky and fun. Okay, spring into a new routine. So spring, here we go. Spring into a new routine. Into, spring into a new routine. Spring into a new routine. New, spring into a new routine. Spring into a new routine. All right, I didn't guide you on that one, but it was the last word in the sentence. Let's do that one more time since I didn't tell you what word we were on. Okay, here we go. Spring into a new routine. Okay, very good. All right, so let's do some vocal warm-ups. Our ooey ooeys. Here we go. So, ooey 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 ooh. Great. Let's head into our first song. All right. So as you can tell, the inflections go along with our titles and phrases in the songs today, as I mentioned. So let's get into verse 1. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you still love me tomorrow? Okay, let's take 2 lines at a time, right? So tonight you're mine so sweetly to the end of that, the second line. Here we go. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Right? Last 2 lines. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you still love me tomorrow? Good. Let's put all of that together. Right? So from the beginning of verse 1. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you still love me tomorrow? Awesome. Okay, then we already have verse 2. So this is just the same tune, just with the different words. So let's go ahead and just go through that. Is this a lasting treasure? Or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your sighs? Will you still love me tomorrow? Awesome. All right, moving on to the bridge. So we have a little bit of a different tune here. I'll sing it for you. Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? So there's little echoes in there. I always want to do this for the echoes. So anything in parentheses is echoes. You don't have to sing it unless you feel so inclined to do all of the parts like I just did. Okay, 2 lines at a time. Here we go. Actually, let's do the first 3 lines. Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken? All right, awesome. Let's move on to those last 2 lines. When the night meets the morning sun. Okay, let's try doing the whole bridge now. Okay, here we go from the bridge. Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. when the night meets the morning sun. Great. And then we go into verse 3, which is the exact same melody. So let's go ahead and skip that. And then we've got, so tell me now. On this outro here, it just repeats. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me? And then it fades out. Okay. So it just keeps repeating and repeating until it fades out. Let's take verse 3, just so we know how that sounds in the transition. Verse 3 into the outro, and then we'll be ready to go, you guys. That's awesome. I'd like to know, so from verse 3, I'd like to know that your love is love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? And then there's a little bit of an interlude. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? And then keep repeating and repeating and repeating until we fade out. All right, I think we can do it. Let's go ahead and go to the karaoke track. Making some fast progress today, guys. All right. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you still love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your sight? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know that your love is love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? It's a little interlude. It's very fast. Here we go. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love it just fades out. Woohoo! All right, nice job, you guys. So go ahead and take a sip of water. Now, I don't know if the poll has been put up yet, but if you're new here, we put up a poll. The poll is up, okay? So vote on your favorite song for today so that we know how you're liking things, what types of songs y'all are liking. Y'all are gonna be really excited about next month's theme, so just saying. Can't tell you right now because we're in the middle of class, but I'll tell you at the end. All right, so dancing in the street. Okay, so verse 1. Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. All right, let's take those first 2 lines and then we'll move on to the last 3 lines. Go. Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? One more time. Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? All right, last 3 lines. Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. All right, one more time on that one. Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. All right. I got some phlegm there at the end. Okay, let's do that whole verse. Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. Okay, and then Martha comes in. So they're all singing this verse together. They're dancing in Chicago. Okay, so they're dancing in Chicago. And then she waits for a little bit. Down in New Orleans, up in New York City. Okay, so let's take those 3 lines because they're a little bit confusing at first. They're dancing in Chicago, down in New Orleans, up in New York City. And then she gets right into this hook. After up in New York City, all we need is music. Okay, so let's practice the hook, then we'll go back and tie them together. So it's gonna go like this. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. Okay, so just that much of the hook. Let's go back. Or let's practice that hook one more time because I just sang it for y'all. Let's do it and then we'll go back and put them together. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. All right, let's take it. I know I'm going pretty fast today, guys, but y'all are being good sports about it. Okay, they're dancing in Chicago. They're dancing in Chicago. Boom, boom, boom. Down in New Orleans. Up in New York City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. Okay? All right, so then it goes straight into this next part. They'll be swinging and swaying. Sorry, I always want to say and swaying. It's just swinging, swaying. Okay, they'll be swinging, swaying, and records playing, dancing in the street. You just gotta snap with this one or clap or something. has such a fun little upbeat vibe. Okay, so they'll be swinging, swaying, and records playing, dancing in the street. Let's go over that part. They'll be swinging, swaying, and records playing, dancing in the street. And then she goes straight into the chorus. Oh, you don't have to sing that oh if it feels like it comes too fast for you. But she does go straight in. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So let's go over that much. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. Let's do that one more time. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. And then it goes, so come on every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world they'll be dancing. They're dancing in the street. Okay, so let's take from so come on to they'll be dancing, not they'll be dancing in the street, or they're dancing in the street, but they'll be dancing. So come on every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world they'll be dancing. Let's do that one more time. I caught the wrong tune in my ear. Let's do it again. So let's see. As you are there. So come on every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world they'll be dancing. All right. And then it just goes, they're dancing in the street. Then we already move on to verse 2. And then the chorus will come back. And so we'll have a chance to practice that again. So let's go down to verse 2. It's just an invitation across the nation, a chance for folks to meet. They'll be laughing, singing, music swinging, dancing in the street. So all the same tune, just different words. Let's go ahead and try all of that together and see how we do. It's just an invitation. Here we go. It's just an invitation across the nation, a chance for folks to meet. They'll be laughing, singing, music swinging, dancing in the street. Okay, and then she comes back in, Martha. Philadelphia, PA, Baltimore and DC now. Can't forget about the Motor City. So let's go over just those 3 lines together. It's a little bit different. It's the same sort of melody there as the verse 1, but it's a little different because we have more syllables now that we have to fit in. Philadelphia, PA, Baltimore and DC now. Can't forget about the Motor City. So let's do that again. Philadelphia, PA, Baltimore and DC now. Can't forget the Motor City. All we need, and then it goes right into the hook, is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be swinging, swaying, and records playing, dancing in the street. Into the chorus, oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world they're dancing in the street. And then she goes, way down in LA, every day, dancing in the street. This is sort of the fade out part. Across the ocean blue, with me and you, we're dancing in the street. So it's the same melody as the chorus, and as that hook, it just keeps repeating and repeating, just with different words. Let's go over that little outro that's not labeled as the outro, I don't know why, or as a verse or anything. So you get done with every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world, they're dancing. They're dancing in the street. Way down in LA, every day, they're dancing in the street. In the street. Across the ocean blue, me and you, we're dancing in the street. Dancing in the street. Okay. So I think we've got the hang of it. So let's go ahead and do it. Here we go. Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. They're dancing in Chicago, down in New Orleans, in New York City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be swinging, swaying, and records playing, dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on, every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world they'll be dancing. They're dancing in the street. This is an invitation across the nation, a chance for folks who meet. They'll be laughing, singing, and music swinging, dancing in the street. Philadelphia, PA, Baltimore, and DC now. Can't forget about the Motor City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be swinging, swaying, and records playing, dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on, every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world they're dancing. They're dancing in the street. Way down in LA, every day they're dancing in the street. We're dancing in the street. Across the ocean blue, me and you, we're dancing in the street. Jazz hands, I'm going the wrong way. Jazz hands, woo! All right, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. All right, I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great day.
Hi PFP friends! If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like by hitting the thumbs up button. Leave us a note in the comments section below, or click the subscribe button to get the latest updates on new video releases and live stream classes. And once you subscribe, be sure to click on the bell to turn on notifications to get alerted when we go live. Thank you for being part of our community and making us the #1 Parkinson's fitness channel on YouTube. Happy exercising!